And we're live, and welcome along everybody to a Tier 3 Grand Prix, and today we are at Zandvoort, Netherlands, a course of only a very short circuit, 14 corners, only 2.6 miles, 4.2 kilometers. Alongside me to commentate on this fantastic Grand Prix this evening is CSR Baldy Bossy. How are we doing today, sir?
Good, man, yeah, really happy to be here. Looking forward to it, first time in the comms box.
Exactly. You never really live it down until you get to the race. Qualifying is just like the warm up, and then the race is like where it starts and gets like fire. So, yeah, 100% excited to have you with me, alongside me. Of course, it'd be a good insight for you as well to see how, as an admin perspective, to see how all the drivers take to the track today and if they are nice and clean.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it.
I'm going to guess that we're going to have a car in the next approximately 15 seconds leave the garage. That's just as soon as you see one of the mechanics walk back, you know that one of the cars are going to be going out. But just a little insight on the Netherlands circuit today, because this is a track that we've not seen on the official F1 calendar yet, and hopefully we will see that in 2021. I think we are all really excited to see what the great track brings us. As I said before, only 14 corners, so a very, very short circuit here today. Very easy to invalidate your lap if you are too early on the curbing, if you go off limits at turns 12, at turns 11. They are really big for track limits. We've got Ferrari coming out now. That, I think, is unfitting noise. we'll go on board with him. And the record lap holder came from Alan Prost in the first circuit that was done on 1948 up until 1989. And then, of course, they went into the 15-corner circuit from 1999 until 2019, and only recently have they altered it. So there is a one less corner now, and the track is slightly shorter, which you're still puzzled by, Rossi, I believe.
When you said something about adding a corner earlier, that's why it confused me. And then you just said taking out a corner.
Yeah, the one I've just said is the correct one.
Right,
so
okay.
yeah, 14 corners.
Makes more sense now.
14 corners. This one has, and the last one had 15. So we'll see. This corner here, the unfitted noise, very easy to invalidate your lap. What's your personal experiences around here?
Well, we raced last night in HSA. I didn't do that great, but that corner was one of the ones that got me a few penalties. It's not my favourite.
Yeah, I mean, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it certainly is a long race. 36 laps, of course, the 50% concept, so it's going to be a very, very long race, and plenty of opportunities for safety cars, collisions, incidents, weather changing. You never know. It could all happen here at Zandvoort. Stay tuned in as we go on board with Unfitted Noise. He's going up the hill, and now he's going to go around that banking right-hander, and now you're going to go back downhill. And there's an example of the automatic gearing going around that corner. You just can't take it flat out. If you can downshift it to 6th, you'll be going around that corner absolutely rapid. But here we go. This is another corner where I find that being able to short shift and getting a nice little exit coming around there. That was a decent exit from Unfitted Noise, to be fair, as he comes to the end of sector 2, and it's a 49.2. And now he's got a couple of corners to go before he reaches the banking and the final straight. And this is interesting. This is personally my most annoying part of the track, because this banking and trying to get it right and trying to go as fast as possible around there, that absolutely does my head in. But yeah, I just have to roll with it as Unfitted Noise starts with a 1:10.8.
Very good. And Chalmers just retired because he got a quali ban. His little outlap, and then into the pits.
Oh, a monster. And there's a bit of a car park in sector 1 whilst people are on laps. Yes, it's going to be a tricky circuit to let people through. And there you go, CSR Vito now. He is on a lap, and I thought he went into the wall. I think he just lagged. But yeah, I think the thing about this track, Ross, is as long as you can keep a nice consistent pace, and as long as you can get your corners correct, you're going to have no problem with being up there at the very end. But it's just the consistency of CSR Brad with a 1:10.6.
It's my replacement.
Someone's
just taken speedboard out.
Yeah, that would be Vito. What a lap from CSR Brad.
Brilliant.
Of course, brother to Division 1 racer CSR Pez, my teammate, and yeah, he is hoping he can give him the motivation he needs today. But Vito is back in the pits. DZ Domo does take pole on the medium tyre, 10.5, a very decent lap indeed. And I'm just sitting on board with his teammate now, and we'll wait and see if he can match his fellow Alpha Tauri. 9 times posted so far. And here we go. And here comes DZ Josh round the banking, coming round the final corner. What's it going to be for the Alpha Tauri? Currently sits in P12, and he puts it on provisional pole with a 1:10.4. Only a tenth, or just under 2 tenths quicker than his teammate on the faster tyre, but it was his second lap on them, so we'll let him off. Who shall we keep an eye on now? We've got cars on outlaps. We have got cars on inlaps. We have got cars, no cars on the flyer yet. But let's stick with someone who's been very impressive recently. I'm sure you'll agree, Rossi. Yes, Daddy, in the Red Bull.
Oh yeah,
has shown some very, very consistent pace over the races, and let's go on board with him and let's see how he does. What a game of tag! I wish he'd change it though.
What would you like him to change it to?
Something that doesn't mean me repeating "Yes, Daddy" over and over.
Yeah.
Oh, Marion. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no need to clip that. Yes, Daddy. That is on the stream.
Oh yes.
Repeat, that is on the stream. Right. Patty 10 is on a lap. He has just started. He is in sector 1 in the house. He has not had the luckiest of... Oh, Marion has retired. Let's see if that is...
Retired on track as well, didn't he?
Yeah. No, he's actually binned it.
Ah.
He's put it in the wall.
Oh, so has Parker. Parker's just binned it as well.
Oh, here's Vito. I didn't even know Vito left. Here comes Patty 10. Coming down the back straight now, coming towards the end of sector 2. Let's see how we can do here. And a nice turns 10 and 11 here. And now here we go. This is going to be about the drag. He's gone a little bit deep, so he's had to let off there so he doesn't invalidate his lap. He's coming around the banking now, taking a nice wide line, but maybe it's the longest route to the line, and he puts it P6, and it's not bad for a banker. Here comes Mers. Mr. Mers, called him Mr. Podium, as he puts it fastest with a 109.8. And that is the time to beat, ladies and gents.
Mickey Avon currently on a lap. Fastest sector 1 currently.
Yeah, someone who, as of recent, has been very, very consistent. Really impressed me in the Australian Grand Prix until, unfortunately, disconnecting from the race. And ever since then, I knew he had some decent pace. Yeah, it's pretty good, that's for sure. And why has it just changed? Oh, Mickey Caven's come in the pit and left the session, that's why. I was thinking,
but yeah, fastest sector 1 and 2 then. That was potential pole, that.
Yeah, Cougar's just pointed out Marion is on a qualifying ban as well, and has managed to make contact on an outlet.
Yeah, he was told he could have one go round, but not to set a time, and then go to the pits straight away.
But instead, binned it in the wall.
Yeah, and instead ruined someone else's lap.
Yeah, and DZ Domo has replied to Mers's current provisional time and goes fastest with a 109.5. Very, very interesting. But here comes Parker. He's starting a lap. His teammate's invalidated, currently on a lap. Let's have a look and see what the Racing Point can do. I believe this is another reserve as well, Ross.
Who, sorry?
Parker.
Parker, he has actually taken the full-time seat of Alex Maxey. Maxey's now to the reserve, and Parker's gone into the Racing Point full-time.
Interesting. Interesting to know. Lovely. That's always good. So, this will be his first official race as a full-time driver.
It will be, yeah. He's got some real good pace, and he's got a lot of potential as Parker. He's a pretty good driver.
I can tell he's on manual gears, that's for sure, because he took that corner flat out. He's currently doing well so far. The lap has looked decent. No purple sectors, but it's looked decent. A little tad of oversteer coming out of there, but nothing too serious as he's going to come into the combination of turns 10 and 11. And now, here we go, around the double corner, the double right-hander, the banker, whatever you want to call it. Here we go. It's Parker coming around the bank and taking it nice and tight and then drifting off nice and wide. Coming to the line now. And that's P4, very respectable indeed.
Got Bradders out on a lap as well.
Yes, Daddy's also trying. Oh, yes, Daddy's thrown it into the gravel. And doesn't make contact with any barrier, but he just tried taking a little bit too much curb there. Josh is starting a lap. Let's watch CSR Brothers. Oh no, he's coming in the pits. Let's not.
These are Josh and another one.
Yeah, he's just done. He's putting in another lap now on the same set of tyres. Be really crucial for him to get a lap in on a set of actual fresh tyres to get the maximum potential as he invalidates his lap there. So, Senna the Great is on a lap. He's 2 tenths up. You will need a lot more if he wants to get closer to the guys ahead of him. Meki Caven is having issues. Seems connecting. 4 minutes left in quali. I mean, it feels like it's only been going 5 minutes, but
it's gone pretty fast, hasn't it?
Yeah, really fast. I'm surprised. I think it's because I'm so used to the full qualifying concept now of racing in Div 1. Short qualifying just seems to fly by. Senna the Great up to the line, puts it P9, goes ahead of Scott the Lot in the Haas.
Vito's just invalidated his lap.
Should get time for another one, whether he wants to do another set, another run on that set, or he wants to box and stick a fresh set on. If I know Vito, he'll probably go for another run on the same time.
It looks like he's having connection issues, to be honest.
Oh. His DRS is like... I think he might actually be on a lap this time. He is wiggling about all over the place here. That's an invalidation again for Vito. It's unlucky. And Vito's retired. Hey? I don't think he's done that on purpose. I think...
No. Do you think he's disconnected?
Something's happened because he was jumping all over the place and I don't know why. I've never seen that before. I've seen lag, but not like that. Interestingly enough though, we've got DZ Domo who's on a lap. He's looking to set the benchmark. But he's got Mers, Josh, Parker, Bradders all out behind him, G-Man as well. Let's have a look, shall we? And let's see. Oh no, Domo is coming into the box, so he's going to want to try and chuck in a fresh set. And there's Monster, he's coming up to the line. He was up on his time in Sector 2, and he does improve, but doesn't improve position as the racing point of XRL Cookie puts it up to P16. We've got a Haas coming around the final corner as well. That's Scott the Lot. He is improved as well, but not position. He may be able to go for another one. And Millie started a lap.
G-Man
also
just coming around the corner. Start his lap.
Cool. We've got a Renault coming around the final corner. CSR Brothers is on an out lap as well. So here we go. This is it then. It's going to be now or never. As unfitted noise comes into the pits. But here comes Parker now. He's currently sitting P4. He's had a little touch with the wall on his way down. He's not going to improve. And he's going to probably start yet another lap. We have... God, we have so many cars out on track. But I think the Haas of Scott the Lot is going to be next to come around the banking and cross the line. Is he on a lap?
Nope.
No. So Amidi is looking to start. Interesta's there. Son of the Great's there. Here comes Interesta. G-Man goes P4. Here comes Son of the Great. He must be starting yet another lap. Here comes the McLaren of Meki Caven. He's going to finally get a lap in and puts it P5. And that's decent. Where is CSR Brothers going to put it? He has not improved, but is potentially going for another lap if he has the time. Here comes Mers. He is the one that could threat. He is going to be starting a lap now as he invalidated his first lap. Here we go. Who's your pick for pole, Ross?
Mers. I'm gonna go for Mers.
Well, let's stick with Mers because he is currently on a lap and looks to be taking it nice, clean and tidy so far. He is now coming down the straight. And now he's going to go round. And he's going to try and take it as fast as possible here. Take minimal curb, and he has done. Here comes Mers. Little contact with the curb, but nothing too shady. As one AlphaTauri comes across to start his lap. Oh, he's got a little bit deep, has Mers. And he has backed off the lap. And DZ Josh and DZ Domo are still out on track, and it may be a fight between them boys for pole, for the AlphaTauri boys. Could we see a potential 1-2 here? DZ Domo is first across the end of sector 2. Let's see what it is. And he is up on his time by just around about half a tenth. Now let's see if he can spin around these final couple of corners. A little bit hesitant, but a nice little bit of curb on the way out. And here we go. It's going to be across the line. DZ Domo. And he does improve. And now what has his teammate got to reply? That's very good. Can his teammate do anything about it here? As he's going to cross the line.
Oh,
and he's
they've
only
done it.
P2.
Mers is 3 seconds lower than his previous lap.
So unfitted noise
He's
then.
just invalidated.
He is unfitted noise. He's going to cross the line, currently P9. And that puts it into P8. And that is a very respectable time there from unfitted noise. And that is your lot for qualifying. The AlphaTauris lock it out. Hello, Brownie. How are we doing? Cougar, hope you are well, sir. What did you think of that, Ross?
You know, the one person I'm actually really happy for is my replacement, CSR Bads. It's his first league race with us, and he's popped it into the top 10. That's pretty outstanding, if you ask me. Remember my first league race, and I think I binned it.
Yeah, I think he's put the practice in fairness.
I did. I put practice in. It didn't do me no good. But yeah. Like he said, AlphaTauri locking out. P1 and P2.
Yeah.
Brilliant
It's very
show.
impressive. Mers in P3 is always up there in the top 3. G-Man, Meki, Cave and Parker, Brothers, Unfitted Noise, Senna the Great, Yes Daddy all take the top 10. I feel like Yes Daddy has a lot more to offer as well. But yeah, that's it for now. If you bear with us a couple of minutes, we're going to go on to a quick ad, a quick intro, and we will be back shortly with the race. And welcome back. Sorry for the massive delay. We had to do a session restart due to someone readying up very, very early, whilst some players was not ready. So we're back again, and yes, you do see it correctly. They do have a torrential rain for the duration of the race, with it potentially turning to intermediate weather later on. So that should just spice it up a little bit. Rossi, what do you think about this Grand Prix? I mean, it's going to be absolute carnage, I think, going into turn one.
Yeah, definitely. It's not so bad when it's dry, and there's still like a 99.9% chance of a safety car when it's dry. But now it's like this. I think it's going to be 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. They start the formation lap just to get a nice feel for this horrific wet weather here. Oh, this is going to be absolutely crucial. Everyone obviously going for the full wets. And Maz was disqualified.
There's 2 people already put back onto the start grid.
That's not going to help your tyre wear at the start of the Grand Prix, that's for sure. It's going to be an absolute nightmare to get those tyres up to temp. Creeping Wing also being part of that disqualification lift alongside Chalmers as well. So yeah, here we go. As you can see, the predicted pit stop strategy. As you can see, the rain will lighten up as the race goes on, and the track will obviously dry up a little bit more. So potential for intermediates on their first stop. We'll see. We'll see how long they can drag these full wets out for. And yeah, hope for the best. I think the wets should be durable for a decent amount of time. You could take the hard tyres in the slicks around about 24 laps in this track nice and comfortably, so should be durable, but let's see. You've got to be very, very careful. Extra. Go on.
I think Mickey Caven's disconnected again because people are driving through him. Literally just joined back just before the formation lap, and
yeah, what I've done is I've put it on friends only, so you do have the ability to join back. But
yeah,
I think that's just a him problem, without trying to sound harsh. I think I think it's something that's happened a couple of times, but it's unfortunate because he has the absolute pace. A lot more people have been disqualified. And we've got drivers quite far back. But here we go. They are joining the grid, and here we go. Let's see what the Netherlands Grand Prix is going to bring to us here in CSR Tier 3. And here we go. The lights are on. And it's lights out, and away we go. A massive, massive early start there for Scott the Lot. He is already out in front, but I'm not actually quite sure what happened there. He seemed to get at least a 2-second, 3-second jump before everyone else. He leads DZ Domo third, Mers fourth. And there is absolute position changes at the back, and everyone seems to get a little bit slow. Mecky Caven's in there, Creeping Wing. Mecky Caven's gone onto the grass here. And there's Vito going slow there as well. The McLaren of Mecky Caven Oh, Vito's left the session, and we've lost another McLaren in the background. And that is Monster. He is into the wall off that very, very hard traction zone. That is a yellow flag. He drops down to the back of the grid, and Scott the Lot is in fairness letting the guys through. Oh, Scott the Lot's left the session. That would
he didn't even get a penalty though for that.
Yeah, but that would
he's got a drive through.
Yeah, the connection issue would explain the jump start. I mean, yes, it was a jump start, but no, because his game was lagging, and for somehow his lights have somehow gone on before everyone else's. So he will go down the field. CSR Brothers has just got past him and back in P7. He has caught the curb a little bit, but keeps it nicely on the track, and there will be a while before those full wet tyres get... Oh, and we've got a car massively oversteering there. I don't know who that was.
Well held though. That were Brothers.
Yeah, very, very wet. I don't think he would have prepared for these horrific conditions, but anyway, regardless, Scott the Lot is back and he is dropping down the field, so there shouldn't really be any necessary action, because I think eventually he is going to be passed by a lot more drivers. Yeah, that's another one passed in. XRL Cookie, and now we've got Marion from the back of the grid already up to P11. He is on the chase now, but has got 3-pin wing for company in P12. In terms of the front of the pack, Mers getting ahead of DZ Josh early was crucial, and he is now following DZ Domo, his AlphaTauri companion.
Don't know about you, Phil, but my intervals and the time and gaps and stuff's disappeared.
They always do. As a commentator, you'll get used to that. Oh, and Senna the Great's just clipped his wing there, going into the back of Scott the Lot. Scott the Lot was pulling over to try and let him through, but there's not really much point now. He's got wing damage. He's probably going to have to pit. Scott the Lot goes wide and is on to the gravel around the last corner. He probably will be jumping into the box. Senna the Great chooses to stay out. Nope, Scott the Lot is okay and will continue on. However, there's a freeway battle going on for P4 here. G-Man Parker. Oh yes, Daddy has lost traction, and now that's going to give Interista a bit of hope to go round the outside in the wet, and does so very, very nicely. But Interista needs to be very, very careful, and keeps the car under control very, very nicely indeed. And there is a yellow flag, and a VSC has been deployed, and I'm not sure who this is for. Mecky Caven is in the box. Monster's fitted a new wing, so it ain't going to be for them. I'm just seeing if there's any damage. Looks visible.
Yes, Daddy's missing an end plate. Could have been him.
Yeah, he lost traction. Yeah, maybe him. See, CSR Vito has got a full wing intact. I don't think he's here, but unfitted noise. I think he must have got some damage. Maybe. And the green flag is go, go, go. And DZ Domo is really under pressure from Mers now, losing out under that VSC. And Mers smells blood. And this could be a potential move here for Mers if he can get it right. He's going to follow him. Dirty Air is not going to be his favourite pro here because it's in the wet, but seems to be recovering it nicely.
I think it might have been Cookie that caused the virtual safety car because he's just gone into pits. Down 18th now.
So a nose change and a pit stop for XRL Cookie. He is now out the pits just ahead of Monster. Mecky Caven quite a way back at this stage, but a safety car will bring him back into it. But as things go, DZ Domo leads by half a second here over Mers. Josh is in there in third, quite comfortably actually. 3 seconds adrift, or 4 seconds now, of his nearest companion, which is G-Man, who has been followed by Parker in P5. Interista has got a nice little gap of his own. He is catching up to P5 and 6 ahead of him. Yes Daddy is under a little bit of pressure from CSR Brad's, his first race in CSR. Let's see if he can get a move done here. He may just go for it here. He's seeing the inside. And yes, Brad. Go on, Brad. Oh, he's been spun and he's been touched. And oh, he's gone into the wall. Hopefully he hasn't got too much damage.
Mers got the job done at top of the pack as well.
He has, and Mers is up to P1 and has got past DZ Domo, who is massively struggling there. I can see in the background he's losing ground to his teammate DZ Josh as well. Domo is struggling, and now Mers is 1.3 seconds drift. I spoke to Mers earlier and I asked him if he was confident about this, and he said yes, I'm posting these times in and I'm getting consistent, and that is all what it's about around here, just the consistency even in the wet. But great job from Mers so far. Let's see if he can hold the job as Josh comes in closer on his teammate. Further back, Parker's still chasing G-Man. Got a yellow flag, a racing point. That is Cookie. He is around and has got big damage to his right end plate. And
Brothers is going to need to pit as well soon. He had that little spin coming out of turn 1 and he's knocked his end plate off as well.
Yep. Obviously he will have Pez there as an engineer. He'll be guiding him along.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, yes Daddy is in the pit, so Brothers moves up. Obviously the damage doesn't feel too bad, otherwise he probably would have pitted, but I suppose in these conditions a safety car is imminent at any point, and yeah, it's probably best for track position at this stage with minor damage, so we'll see. Yes Daddy's on
climbing at 12 spots, man.
That's a very interesting call early on. Intermediates, I do not think it's ready yet. But it looks well too wet. We'll see. I think people will be keeping an eye on his performance, but I just don't think lap 6 was the right opportunity for intermediates. He's been very, very cautious. And he is getting a little bit of snaps. We'll come back and see how they're performing. But Chalmers is having a little wiggle. Parker still trying to chase G-Man. Battling for P4 at the moment. Mers has now reached out a 2.3 second gap over DZ Domo. But what a start. Let's have a look at our winners and losers so far in this Grand Prix. So Marion is up 12 positions from the back of the grid, and I must say a decent achievement there. Creeping Wing up 6 places, Chalmers up 7, Interista also up 6 positions. Big losers, Mecky Caven down 14 places. Unfitted Noise down 8, and Yes Daddy down 5. We saw a little yellow flag there from the front, and
yeah, that didn't last long.
Yeah, I think it may, because right now Josh was right on the back of his teammate, and now he's dropped about 9/10 behind, so I can only assume that it may have been for him. We'll see. But no damage on either car, it looks.
Chalmers left the session.
Oh, there we go. I'm back. Oh, yellow
I think
flag.
Phil's just had a controller disconnecting issue.
Yellow flag. Can you hear me, Ross?
I can, mate. Your controller just disconnected, didn't it?
It did, yes. And
Yeah, saw it pop up on the stream.
I saw there's a yellow flag in the middle sector, and I think it's this pack that Millie's leading. Something
Yeah.
happened amongst it. Chalmers has left the session. That is not ideal.
He's literally just joined back and then left again. There might be a fair few connection issues going on in people's homes at the moment.
Yeah. Chalmers is back. And G-Man and Parker are really having a ding-dong here for P4. As Patty passes his teammate Scott the lot in P13. But the real battle here at the moment is for P4, and it's between G-Man and Parker. They've been quite close together throughout. Intereast has not quite been able to catch up to the pack of them yet, as Mers is setting fastest laps for fun. Right now, we may see an overtake as the racing point of XRL Cookie. He is currently a lapped car. He has been blue flagged, and he has been told to let the cars behind through. Cookie, I think, already making 2 pit stops this race already. However, we seem to have a bit of a consistent pace going on at the moment. What are you thinking so far, Ross? What's your thoughts?
Oh yes, Daddy doesn't seem to be struggling so much on those inters.
It looks a lot
I think
lighter.
it must, yeah. Yeah, for me at the moment, Irian jumping 11 places and Brad holding onto his P7 qualifying spot is doing absolutely brilliantly.
Especially with that damage as well, it's not treating too well.
Especially in wet conditions, having damage and still being able to do the thing.
I must also point out that he is on the wheel. Which, if anything, is even harder to master.
Well, like for the likes of me, I've been on pad every game I play. I'm on pad, and I've recently got a steering wheel, and it's a lot more difficult to get used to the steering wheel after you've been on pad for so long.
Yeah, I think it's just about being quite comfortable with it and actually being able to take to the change. As we got a yellow, and that I think is from Monster.
That was one of the McLarens, wasn't it?
Yep, he has been overtaken by his teammate. And at the moment, I'm watching a battle here for P13. And it's between Yes Daddy and Patty.
I'm going on for P3 at the moment as well. G-Man, Parker and Josh are all very close.
Josh must have lost a heap of time.
Yeah.
Parker having a little think. But not on this occasion. As you say, DZ Josh is massively struggling in the wet.
Yeah.
Don't think Josh opted for a wet race either, so I think he was one of those in favour of dry. However, the initial session was wet, so we shall see. But Parker is now losing a bit of time to G-Man, because G-Man is putting all the pressure on Domo here. Getting very close indeed.
It's going to be a battle shortly for P7 as well. Senna the Great on the back of Brad's.
Yep, he is looking to make moves. Is the Alfa Romeo. A lot of overtake in the tank for Senna the Great, and Bradders hasn't used any. Bradders is on 100% ERS.
Switch back from G-Man. I can make it stick.
Oh no! G-Man's round. After that contact with the racing point. That's a lethal corner, even in the dry.
Yeah. Definitely shouldn't be going too wide there.
Well, it is hard. It is very hard to do that. As much as we like the action, it's something. Most of the time, it's going to end in tears.
Yeah. There's a G-Man going from P4 to P6, and he's just had another little spinala. No damage though.
No, all seems to be well and hunky-dory. As I wonder, is Parker going to make a move for P3 down the inside of DZ Josh? Josh has the outside line, which is probably the better traction, and just holds on to P3, and Cookie retires, and it's a safety. VSC, again, has been deployed for the second time in this race. And XRL Cookie is our first victim. I'm not sure where he's quite gone off on track. I think it's at the banking down the main straight. Some cars coming there now.
Double stacking for the pits.
I wonder if it's going to be a change in intermediates here. I wonder if we're going to change tyres. That's a great opportunity for Bradders to pit. A great opportunity. And he remains in P9.
You've only got two people on inters. Yes, Daddy and Unfitted Noise.
Unfitted Noise may think it's time. Well, let's be honest, there's nothing to lose. Yes, Daddy goes on another set of intermediates. Mecky Caven's got a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's going to pay dividends for that, as did Senna the Great. But at the moment, Mers is taking full control of this Grand Prix.
Oh, 5 second lead already.
Yeah, he is taken to the wet weather. I think he is someone that may have already prepared for it. And another one! And that's the McLaren this time, I think. I wonder. It's not Vito. It's not Unfitted.
I think it might have been Miriam, to be honest. Might have had a little spin on
Senna the
turn
Great
14.
Well, we'll wait and see if anyone does come out. Chalmers is right on the back of Scott the Lot, coming down the main straight as the VSC ends. And this is for the final point in P10. And Chalmers comes down the inside. And Scott the Lot gives him the space. And Chalmers now puts himself up into P10. Mecky Caven also opt in for the intermediate tyre. We'll soon find out if that's going to pay dividends to the race or not. So just to clarify on the people that has pitted, Senna the Great has stopped, as has Bradders under the most recent VSCs. Chalmers has pitted, Creeping Wing, Millie, 2 stops for Yes Daddy, Patty, 2 stops for Unfitted Noise, Meki Caven with 3 pit stops thus far. And DZ Domo has just opted to go into the pits as well as into restart. And let's see, it's inters for into restart and it's inters for DZ Domo. They think it's time. Ross, what do you think?
No, I think I'd stick to the wets, to be honest. For me personally.
Interesting.
Even though Yes Daddy's just pulled a 2-second gap from Patty, who was like 3,000th behind him a second ago.
So a message from Harry West to yourself, Ross, saying, and I quote, "Let Ross know he's bald."
Yeah, I just read it. I was waiting for you to finish talking to respond to that. Yeah, thanks, Harry. I'm well aware. Well aware. It's spin by one of the Renaults. Right, it's Brad.
It is Brad.
Lost an end plate.
He has indeed.
A bit more than an end plate. You got it right, Cougar. King Baldy. That's the one.
And
Josh
is
into the
in,
pits.
as is Mers. All on intermediates. Pit stop for G-Man. Marion still cruises round on 15 lap of wet in P6. Absolutely flying. Down the straight now, Marion, massive improvement here from P20 on the grid up to P6 so far. Yet to pit, of course, but oh, what do we have here? A load of people in the pits.
Brad is just going to get new wing.
Yep, and it's intermediates for Bradders. Safety car would really make this entertaining. Parker is now also in. He is now opting to come off those wet tyres and put on the green striped intermediates. Harry says, "I've rubbed the baldness several times." And Interista gets out ahead of Parker.
Miriam just going into the pits, get rid of those 16 lap old wet tyres.
Should come back out in P7. Yes, Daddy shouldn't jump him. He's all good. Back out in where he went in P7. And that is you to the end there.
That's an achievement now, isn't it? P20 to P7.
Don't count your chickens, he's not done yet.
Oh, no.
He's going to be on the freshest tyres. Oh, Mers, absolutely flying. Oh no, Marion, just as we said it, is out. VSC again.
Where's the actual safety car?
I can't believe that. That is such a shame. Oh, and Parker's got 5 seconds. You have got to be joking, and it looks quite a severe crash. Jesus Lord.
There's not anyone within less than a second of each other now. The field's quite spread out a little bit.
That was crazy. I don't know how that wasn't a full safety car. Oh, drive through for Chalmers as well, speeding under the VSC. Parker's left. He's had enough.
Just coming out of the pits.
Millie's
There's
in.
not actually there's not actually been a time penalty for like corner cutting or anything like that. They're all 5-second penalties for collisions or speeding in the pit lane.
Yep.
Quite a clean race around the track.
Let's see how everyone are doing for warnings. Mers with just 1. None for Domo. 1 for Josh. None for Interista. G-Man with 1. Parker with 2. Yes, Daddy 2. Senna the Great drive through. Yeah, so people are really keeping it clean. That's for sure. Alton Parker is back. Hopefully he should
yes,
return
Daddy
back
just
into
setting
P6.
the fastest sector 2.
Track is starting to get a lot more quicker here. As Interista has done a very sterling job at the moment to get P4.
Ricky caving onto the gravel. I like the fact that the interval keeps disappearing, Phil.
It's a constant thing that happens throughout F1 league racing. Frustrating. Especially when it happens on the final lap, that's even worse. Then you can't see no gaps or nothing. DZ Josh now getting the fastest lap. Oh, and Domo's fighting with a back marker of Creeping Wing here. Chalmers is looking to make an overtake on Creeping Wing. Oh, and Creeping Wing went for a send on DZ Domo for some reason, and that's now going to allow Chalmers to gain on him here. "16 laps to go as Mers is about to cross the line to start lap 21. And there's your first corner cutting penalty, and that is Scott the Lot. And Mers setting the fastest lap again. He's having battles setting fastest laps with DZ Josh at the moment. See if Josh can fight back. He can. There you go. Now Mers is turn to retake it. They're just having a massive ding-dong battle. We'll see. But very, very impressed so far with this man, Interista. I feel like he is absolutely adapted to this race, starting 12th on the grid. Played the strategy out nice, boxed under the VSC, and was able to pounce on a lot of drivers, and now he finds himself comfortably sitting in P4 at the moment, so all is going well for him. But also up a few decent positions is Creeping Wing and Chalmers. They're still fighting out for P10 at the moment. Oh, as Creeping Wing goes a little bit wide, that may compromise him. Oh, Chalmers goes into the back and gives him a little lap tap on the rear, but now he's going to gain as the Renault. It's Renault versus Red Bull's Mers. Sets the fastest lap again, just showing who's boss, and as the Renault is going to put out to the inside here, and he's going to make a late send. I can see it into turn 1, and the Renault is looking to get it done, and Josh steals the fastest lap off him again. That's just going to be a battle for the rest of the race. Yorkshire versus London CSR. I mean,
I don't want to partake in that.
I mean,
In Snipes from London.
yes, and
Yeah,
so am
no, I
I.
don't want to partake in that.
And so am I. So's Rich.
Ooh, Mer's got 3-second time penalty.
What other Londoners have we got? Harv. Yeah, I'll do it.
Help me out.
Or north v south, that makes more sense. That's still the same.
If Domo closes that gap a little bit, he's got P1.
Vito says, hang on, Vito, you're not meant to be racing that. My guy's typing in the Twitch chat and racing at the same time. Oh, he's not even here. He's ghosted. Can you join back, Vito? Big Pez, Maitland.
Vito with the multitasking things.
I don't think he's here.
Nah, he's not. I think he left a while ago. He came in the pit again. Ooh, Domo's closing that gap up.
Ooh.
You mean that no, I got done, Vito? Your car's still on the track. You're in 17th place.
Yeah, Vito's south, north, because he's up north right now.
Oh, is he in Leeds? Is he?
Apparently so.
I think Domo's seen that time penalty that Mercer's got, and he's actually pushing.
Yeah, definitely. It is time to push now. You have only got around about 11 laps to get it done. Although Domo's just made a little mistake in sector 1, that should allow Mers. Now, DZ Domo is coming up to a load of lap cars, Vito being the first one. And I believe that'll be unfitted noise he comes up to next.
Unfitted noise is in P9.
He is indeed. And it just shows you how, well, if you look at it, G-Man's 19 seconds behind P4.
Oh, yeah.
Interista's 14 seconds behind P3. Parker 14 behind P5, so yeah, well strung out field.
From P8 downwards, they're all lapped, aren't they?
Yeah.
And the greats 1 minute 16 seconds behind Mers.
Josh is retired.
Safety car.
Safety. Oh, that is not what Mers wanted.
That's unfortunate.
That is not what Mers wanted, but at the same time, this brings a lot of drivers into play. Interista now up to P3.
And pitted, and he'll get out in P3 as well. G-Man.
He's got another set. He's got another set of inters on as Interista. That's smart. Got nothing to lose. G-Man also into the pits. Yeah, those inters are going to be dying. Mers obviously stayed out with DZ Domo.
Yes, Daddy should get 10 lap hold Inters.
Reese has only just passed the safety car, so I feel this might be a fairly strung out one, and I feel like they're going to wait for everyone to catch up. And it's going to give us just a roundabout.
Drive-through penalty for Monster as well.
Yeah, not what you want to be doing. But this is going to massively group up the field again. I actually can't wait for this one. Ross.
That thing with getting a drive-through penalty under the safety car, it means you can't get rid of your drive-through penalty until the safety car's finished, so...
Yeah, that is correct.
It's going to be a lot further back than he wanted to be.
And Domo pits. Did Mers pit as well? Yeah, he did. Mers did pit. I think it's the right idea. That's for sure. Senna the Great is not going to get to catch up. Oh, he is. He's been let past. Interesting stuff. Surprising, I never get let past by the safety car.
This safety car's going to go on a little wee while, I think, Phil.
Yep, I'm taking that opportunity to roll the smoke. Might as well be rude not to on a nice fine Friday evening. And of course to everyone watching along in the stream, I hope you are well. Cougar, shush. That is not the word we need to use. Sam Berry, what do we think of Friday's performance so far, apart from 2 spins? Yep, decent up to P11. This safety car is definitely going to benefit him, that's for sure. And let's see what positions he can make up on the start.
Monster's going to a pit again. How many times has he stopped now?
Has takes the pad off of him and no one will notice. He's on the wheel, Mr. West. He's on the wheel. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Pez has just told you he's on the wheel. Which fair play as well. You know, not a lot of time to practice, and yeah, no, fair play, fair play.
Yeah, Mayer's got a 5-second time penalty too. Collision with Chalmers.
Mer's got a 5-second.
Yeah, man. Got 6, 7, 8 seconds now.
It may be a removal though if it was like a kind of not his fault thing.
If it can be appealed, get it taken off.
Jesus, that is a big amount of pens though to have at this stage in the race, and you're not going to have very long to be able to try and string out a gap.
I'm actually very impressed. There's 2 people on the grid that have got penalties. The other 14 drivers don't have any. Pez, is this Brad's first league that he's joined, or has he done some racing before?
I think it's his first.
Chalmers is 10 spots, started in P18 it was.
Yeah, definitely a impressive showing from him. Will not disagree with that, that's for sure.
Four retirements, 16 left.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with that because, you know, it's not every day you always practice for a wet weathered race. You have wet setups and that's around about it. You don't prepare for wet races half as much as what you prepare for dry, so
Yeah, especially Zandvoort, it's not the easiest track, and then for it to be wet on top of that is very
even
impressive.
better.
It's his
We'll
first
see.
league and first league race for Brad's. And he's one spot away from points.
So we've actually got a 15 car shootout. Because obviously Vito is a minute 40 behind. I say that Monster's left as his DNF, but that'll be a shame for Josh. He'll be massively kicking himself there.
Everyone from Centre of the Great down is a lap behind though.
Yeah, I see that.
So it's a seven way in it.
I see. Mind you, you have a kind of two different groups then, didn't you?
Yeah.
Poor Chalmers, he's the one that's lost out.
Yeah.
And they go green. Oh. Into Easter. All these lap cars ahead as well. That's going to prove to be a pain for some of them. Interista's got through most of them. Oh, there's been wing damage for yesterday.
That was into the back of G-Man, that wasn't it?
I don't know if it was yesterday. I saw some wing flying off. CSR Brothers is up to 10th now.
Go on, lad.
He's on the back of his teammate. He might go to get past his teammate here. And he does. Brad is now up to P9. Oh,
he's
Red
flying,
Bull.
lad.
Creeping wing in the wall. Just a yellow flag, so...
He definitely doesn't have a wing. There's a lot of that wing missing.
Mers is trying to get a move on now. He's already strung out a 1 second gap. But he needs 8 seconds for his particular race. CSR Brothers doing well. Up in P9 now. Yes, Daddy, massively on the back of G-Man now. As it stands, Mers isn't even going to get a podium.
I was just going to tell you and have a look then, but me numbers have disappeared again.
Yeah, as per normal service resumed. But we've got 6 laps to go here. And Mers is trying to string out as far as he can. We'll see the intervals as they come across the line, I believe. Oh, a yellow.
Sector 1 and 2, that's a Red Bull creeping wing. Fun fact, Ross is bald. Funnily enough, Harry, my gamer tag and my Discord name CSR Baldy, so I think everybody knows that I'm bald.
Fun fact, Rossi is bald.
Very much appreciated for the observation.
Domo looks like he's massively struggling. .7 the gap now. We'll wait and see.
Parker not that far behind yesterday. 3/10.
Hmm.
The battle for P4 is pretty real at the moment.
Yeah, G-Man holding on from Yes Daddy here, and this is crazy.
It's like there's 2 races going on, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. What Mers needs to do
Full
now
on
is
split from.
Mers needs to get his overtake button on,
Yeah.
and he just
Get
needs to
that
use
button
everything
bashed.
he's got. Not going around here, but that's it. Domo just trying to stay in that zone.
Losing back end round that corner a little bit then.
And Parker and Yes Daddy are going side by side around turn 1, and Yes Daddy just losing the rear end. He is now up to P6, and Parker up from 6th to 5th here. And Mr. West, I did my own trim, sir. I did my own trim. The way forward. And Yes Daddy is now really eager to get on that power. 2.3 seconds is the gap from Mers to Domo. Mers setting the fastest lap as well, for good measure.
I think he'll get P3 if it finishes like it is. G-Man's 8.6 seconds behind.
Yeah. Yeah, he should get P3 comfortably at this rate. He'll arguably get P2. He's almost got the gap to Interista. All it takes though is one big mistake from DZ Domo, the slightest mistake, and he could be losing a lot of time.
Yeah.
So Domo is also under pressure.
You can never
as
count
well.
your chickens.
Let's see how Domo's doing for warnings. Let's see if he is on any warnings. He isn't, so this is going to be a race for Domo if he can just keep within the distance. 3-second gap now to Mers.
45% ERS. He's used a bit of that.
Yeah, and he's got a nice gap.
Interester on 10%.
He's got a nice gap to Domo. And he's got the gap to Interista now, so he's a guaranteed P2. Guaranteed. Bill does trims himself, yeah man.
And Mickey Caven closing up on Bradders. In a second.
He is indeed. Brad is holding off Mickey Caven really well. But look at the battle for P3. It's spicing right up here. G-Man coming to the back of Interista. Interista's just got to hang on for one more lap to get his first ever podium here. But G-Man may be in trouble from the racing point.
Big up.
Come on, Mers, on the button, lad.
Few more laps, and I think Mers might have cleared the gap.
Yeah.
Made quite a gap, hasn't he?
He is pushing massively. Into restart is hanging on to P3 for dear life. What a result this would be for Ferrari. He carries on driving as consistent as he can here on the button. Of course, no DRS. But here we go. Mers is about to start the final lap of this Zandvoort Grand Prix here. And he has got a 4.5 second gap to Domo. It's not going to be enough for the penalty he's got. Maybe it's a potential appeal for the FIA to be decided later down the line. If it was wrongful, we didn't see it on track, but he's got a nice comfortable lead. Start thinking about driver of the day, Ross. The man I'm on board with in Teresa comes to mind straight away. I don't know about you, but I think he's made absolutely everything of his race today, and whether he hangs on to his podium or not, I think he's up 9 positions. He's had an absolute great race.
And just nearly lost his back end then. But yeah, I agree with you there, Phil. Interested, up 9 spots.
Mercer and Burble sectors as well. But here we go. We might as well follow him. He's unfortunately got the 8-second penalty. However, that doesn't take away anything he has done this race. He has absolutely bossed it from start virtually to the finish. Mers is going to cross the line on track anyway to win the Netherlands Grand Prix, and it's now going to be DZ Domo who's going to take the official win here in Netherlands, and Interista is going to come across the line to get his first podium at CSR. G-Man finishes P4, Yes Daddy P5, Senna the Great comes across in P6, Parker in P7, Unfitted Noise comes across in P8, CSR Brothers on his CSR debut, clinging in 2 points for your car there, Ross. What are you thinking of that?
Yeah, brilliant. First league race. First league, he's joined first league race to get points, which is absolutely fantastic. And for my car as well. Good man, Brad. Good man.
Yeah, no, he's done well, and of course it does all contribute to the constructors' points as well. Now we have upgraded so reserves can contribute to the standings as well, which is fantastic. So Rossi not being well today. He's
probably got more points than I would have been.
Well, you not being well today and being able to watch at least someone driving your replacement and get some points must be a thrilling thing, and decent points there for Renault.
Oh yeah, really, really happy. Very proud. Very proud.
Also, big ups to Meki came in as well. Yeah, and I mean, Interista, I think the game knows as well.
Yeah.
He, of course, takes home the extra driver of the day. And I think once we run through our results, we will get the top in for a quick interview post the race and get everyone's thoughts. But yeah, oh, what a race. It's been absolutely crazy, but I must say I do like a wet race every so often. But props to DZ Domo, he kept in the gap, and he was able to take the win in the end. But props to Mers as well, and our driver of the day, Interista, with his first podium. He must be over the moon. But let's have a look at our final standings in the end here in Netherlands. And finishing first, DZ Domo in P2 is Mers, P3 Interista, P4 is G-Man, P5 Yes Daddy, P6 is Senna the Great, Parker finishes P7 Unfitted Noise in P8, that's a double points finish for Ferrari, CSR Brothers in P9, Meki Caven in P10 finishing off the points, and Millie, Patty, Chalmers, Scott the Lot, Creeping Wing, CSR Vito, they all from 11th to 16th, and your DNFers today were Monster, DZ Josh, Marion, and XRL Cookie. But more to the point, let's get the boys in for an interview. Let's see how they found their races, and let's get some live reaction. And yeah, greatly driven by all of these guys. But yeah, here we go, and we've got them joining now. We've got 2 of them in.
Yeah, you break someone, Mers. Mers, you literally break
Bear
Maybe
here.
you have to start an argument in here.
Right, okay, P1 DZ Domo didn't take it on track, but you was within 8 seconds, of course, of Mers, and was able to the line in front. How was your race?
You
Just a minute. I should be P1. I got hit on the safety car.
No, you break him.
I did mention in the race that obviously if it was a wrong call in doing, then of course it can be appealed and it can be changed. So sit tight, Mers, and you never know, that may change.
Him, so that should be even more time, in my opinion. But
Okay, cool. Right, so right, Domo. I'll go back to the question again. How was your race?
yeah, sorry.
Brilliant.
I'm going to say, is it me that's getting just some technical issues, or is everybody the same?
I think
Nice and done.
we got 1 letter out of these. Domo.
I'm back.
Oh no, he's back.
I'm back.
Off you go, sir. Off you go.
Mers loves it in that. So I was ahead of him, and I did the kind thing of letting him go through.
Such a sweet.
Then he sailed away from there, and he got silly 3 seconds. Then he brake checked someone else's car. So I thought, I'm just going to try and stick with him, not put it in the wall like Josh, and then just went from there.
Fair enough. Okay. Oh no. It's a good race.
Is he your teammate, the Domo?
Yeah, I was gonna...
You know, he needs to book it. He's in him here. So that's what he said. So I'm going to get him on for 3 hours every day around to drive.
Practice makes better.
That is a teammate's dedication right there. Mers, P2, P1
Love that
on
boy.
track,
Love that
P2
boy.
overall. How was your race, sir? Because you seem to absolutely boss it out front.
I was very happy with my pace today. I managed to jump Josh straight at the start as he seemed to be struggling. Dom was I thought Dom was going to be quicker than me, and then I managed to catch up. And he bottled it and put it on a wall, so he didn't want the smoke, so he let me through. I just sailed away from there.
Yeah, okay.
No, man, it was a good drive, and obviously just make sure if there's anything, just appeal it. And
Yeah, I've got it all clipped, yeah.
lovely stuff.
Again, 30 seconds to break check.
First podium, first driver of the day, Interstart in P3. Great drive from yourself. You was up a total of 9 positions, bossed the race. How was your race, sir? I can hear you.
Yeah, that was tough one. It was tough when I forgot to put my setup on the restart. So I was it didn't feel good all the way through it, but I just tried to keep out of trouble, and things just seemed to happen in front of me, which was great. I'm not very very quick for a 1 lap pace for qualifying, but tend to do better in the race. So seemed to make a good start. Take a few people from the start. There's a lot of people spin up their wheels on the start, so went past about 2 or 3 there. I think there was a bit of contact in turn 1. I managed to get another couple of places there, and then something happened with G-Man, went past him. Josh binned it, which was which was good to get me up to third. But the safety car at the end to G-Man was right behind me going over the line. So if I got another lap and I would have lost it.
If I can quote Josh, he said, "I gifted into Reese to third. It's like Christmas come
He did, but he also let people who were definitely faster than me get close through the safety car. So it was a panic towards the end there.
But no, you done well, lad, and you got driver of the day, so an extra point for you to take home. Congratulations, sir, on P3.
Cheers.
And there
Brilliant
we go.
performance.
There you have it. Domo, Maz, Inter. They get the podium today. They get the glory. They get the champagne. But next week it's the Spanish Grand Prix. So let's see what
Get on
that can throw. Well done, boys, and that is going to be it. Take care. Bye bye. You lot love it.
Hey?